Can you explain to me how this milk is good until February?
This is a good way to start, I think, right?
And Friday? This Friday?
Friday!
You can move the mountains. Yeah. You can move. Oh. You can move the mountains. You can move the mountains. You can move the mountains.
We can cut that out.
We'll have to cut by. Hey guys, good to be back with you for another video. In one of our past videos, we did the Fiery Five challenge. We had Brother Kyle Chavis with us and Brother Bird with us over here, and we went through following that challenge, and we ate each of these Fiery Five jelly beans, and to be honest, we were very, very, very unimpressed. So Zach and I were talking, we're like, hey, we should compare these jelly beans to some of the actual peppers themselves. So today, as you can tell, we've got some peppers over here, we've got some sriracha over here, and we are going to go through a couple of these today and see how they compare to what we remember from the jelly beans.
Yeah, on the scale for the Fiery Five, it goes from Sriracha all the way up to Carolina Reaper. So here's what we're going to do. Today we have Sriracha, we have the jalapeno pepper, and we have the cayenne pepper, but we actually added a fourth one that's not on this list just because Jeremy saw it in the store. Like, why not? And it falls in between jalapeno and cayenne, right? And it's called Serrano, the Serrano pepper.
Yeah.
I've never had that before. So we're gonna eat all of those today up to the cayenne spice level. And here's what's gonna happen. So our channel right now is at 60 subscribers. If you guys want us to, if you want to see us eat the habanero, we want to get up to 75 subscribers.
75. So 15 more. I think we can do that. That's very reachable.
Absolutely. We can, especially if we're going to put ourselves through pain and misery. You guys, you guys can help us with some subs. And then at 100, I know we talked previously about doing the Pocky chip, right?
Yeah, the one chip. Yeah.
So, and did I say that right? Pocky?
Yeah. I think that's how you say it.
So at 100 subs, we still plan to do that. And then the Carolina Reaper, we're both absolutely terrified of it. There's horror stories about that pepper, but we will do it. We just have to decide what is worth doing it for. So what did we say, like 125 subs?
Something like that.
We'll
definitely. We want to set the mark a little higher because we want you guys to get involved. We want to share. We want to see the channel continue to grow. So we're willing to go through pain for your enjoyment, but we definitely want to see the channel jump a little bit. So that gives you a couple milestones for us to reach before we go through each one of these.
Yeah. So, but today we're going to go through all these. We're going to start with the Sriracha. I personally, I'm looking at this and I'm like, this is pretty normal spice level for me. Jeremy feels like it's going to be a little hotter, so he might be right. I might be totally wrong and this be pretty spicy. But Sriracha is like a regular thing in my house. We eat jalapeno peppers and stuff with things all the time. So I don't know about the cayenne. The cayenne's supposed to be pretty spicy. We'll see by the time we add all these together. By the time we get to the end, it might be pretty hot. So
yeah, and I told Zach before we were talking a little bit. I said I had a couple thoughts here. First off, we could catch some peppers that are complete duds, or we could catch some peppers that are complete firecrackers.
Yep.
I've had 2 different jalapenos at times in eating some tacos or something like that, and the first one be absolutely nothing, and the second one knocked my socks off.
Yeah.
So I don't know what we're going to get today. Even
Kinda
between
random.
Zach and I, one of us could get hit
That's
with
true.
one and the other not. We don't know because we're kind of at the mercy of the pepper gods. That's thought number one. Thought number two is that we're going to have this residual kind of heat that's already there. Obviously starting at the Sriracha, which I'm not worried about at all, but working our way through then from the Sriracha up to the jalapeno, through the Serrano, and then to the Cayenne. By the time we get to the Cayenne, we may already be on fire, and I do know those are going to have a little bit of spice to them as well. So if there's any reserve for me, maybe each individual one by itself wouldn't be terrible, but then taking and adding all these as a residual heat that just continues on. We're not going to wait and time lapse this for 2 or 3 hours or for 2 or 3 days or something like this. We're doing it all right now. When we get to the final pepper, once we eat the cayenne pepper, what we decided we're going to do is we're going to jump into a match of Among Us. and we're going to record our screen so we'll be able to maybe share a little bit of that footage. But most importantly, until we are out, whether voted off or win or whatever, we're not allowed to take a drink or anything after eating that final pepper. So we are going to go through a little bit of agony before we can, if we get there. I feel like we're going to feel some heat. I feel like it. But we'll see. So anyway, that all being said, we're going to jump into it. So number 1 on the scale was the Sriracha. Now, we all know the Scoville unit, or the Scoville scale, is what measures heat. According to the Scoville scale, this Sriracha that we bought is their regular normal Sriracha hot sauce. It ranks at 2,000 or 2.2 thousand, so 2,200 basically. So pretty low on that scale. To give you an idea, that's about half of what a jalapeno would be. So this is supposed to be roughly half of a jalapeno. So what we do is we grab some, we got some little corn chips. I didn't know the best way to try to do this, so we're just gonna shoot some on a little corn chip here, and we're gonna go in on it. I'm a ketchup man, so tossing some on there, to me,
My wife would be
like,
proud. She loves Sriracha.
boom.
My wife loves it. Oh, I'm dripping.
Speaking of which, they had Sriracha ketchup at Walmart. So instead of being the normal ketchup, it had the Sriracha kick. So anyway, let's roll.
Bottoms up. I love the way Sriracha tastes.
It does have good flavor for sure. Now I can say 100% right out the gate, boom. You feel a little bit of heat, and
It's way harder than the jelly bean.
the Sriracha, the true Sriracha, to me, blows well beyond the jalapeno, the cayenne, even maybe the habanero jelly bean for sure.
Yeah.
You get a little bit of that in the back of your mouth right away. It's not overwhelming. It's not crazy. But there's definitely more heat. In fact, that had more heat than the donut we ate.
Oh yeah. Just that
We
little
have
split.
already started with that one little chip and that little bit on there. We've already surpassed everything that we've eaten.
Which is good because
so far.
I want to feel some heat. I want to hurt a little bit because all the videos we've done has kind of been like.
It has been a little bit of letdown, and we felt bad about that too.
We want to be entertaining.
We bring up something like a ghost pepper donut, and then we bite into it, and we're like, meh.
Enjoy.
We bring up a Fiery Five challenge, and we eat through the 5 jelly beans, and we're kind of like, eh. So we definitely have been trying to get on a scale. Well, it's already pretty much gone. There's a little bit of residual heat there, but it's not bad. I mean, it's good. So
ready to go, bro.
definitely, I would scale that way hotter than most of the jelly beans, but not terrible. So, are you gonna give me the choice, huh?
Which one is it's this one's jalapeno.
So the jalapeno, yeah, the jalapeno is the big one. I'll take the big one, I reckon.
And we're just gonna take a solid bite out of it.
Yeah, we'll take a solid bite out of the jalapeno. I've never been one to just like straight on boom eat a jalapeno. I've always been I like them diced up, throw them in tacos and salsa, some of that kind of stuff. I'm gonna take a quick sip of water here, just kind of clear my mouth. Get out that residual flavor, because I will say one thing about jalapenos. I love the flavor of jalapenos. Jalapeno has a really good flavor. So anyway, let's keep rolling. Here we go.
Yeah.
Jalapeno time. Man, you hear that crunch?
I didn't get anything. Did you?
I did, but I got a handful of seeds. And the seeds in those veins are where it's at. Once you get up into the center part where the veins that go down through and the seeds are. In fact, I got a lot of seeds. Oh,
Is it hot?
that one hit me a little bit. Yeah.
I'm not getting anything. It tastes
Really?
like grass.
Oh, bro. No, yeah. Now I'm scared. Seriously,
Man, that's not fair. Here, I'll take the big one on the next one. That's not fair for you to get all the heat. I'm literally eating this whole thing.
See, and I called it before we even started. I said there is a possibility that one of us gets
I got
a pepper.
a little bit right there at the end.
I literally, My eyes are watering just a slight little bit.
It's totally. You got the hot one. I got the mild one.
Whoo! Yeah, for real.
Take another sip.
That one got me for sure. Love the flavor though. I do. I love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too. Here, I'll choose this one. I'll go with this one. We can take a second though. We can let you.
Okay.
We can let you recoup.
Well, I don't know how much recouping's going to be there. I mean, you know, it's just going to be kind of what it is. What do corn chips do? Do they help?
I doubt it. I hope this is hot for me.
I didn't mention it. So the jalapeno, I said Sriracha was like 2,200 on the Scoville scale. They say that jalapenos roughly start around 5,000. Now the scale kind of slides because of exactly what we just experienced. Mm-hmm. You can catch some that are like super hot and some that aren't near as much. But the jalapeno starts at about 5K, which is, like I said, about double what you would expect from the Sriracha. So that definitely gives you an idea of what we're looking at or what we tasted there. If we look at, I pulled up the information on it. So according to, so this is Wikipedia. Wikipedia says the jalapeno starts about 3,500 and runs the whole way up to about 8,000. The average being about 5,000. I feel like I got like the 8,001. But no, it was good. It's starting to pull off already. I feel a little bit in my mouth yet, but it's not as terrible. The next one we're headed into though is the Serrano pepper. So to give you an idea of how we're stepping this up. So like I said, the jalapeno was from 3,500 to about 8,000. The Serrano, which is this little gem right here, starts at 10,000. So it starts at double the jalapeno and goes up to about 23,000. So anywhere from double to 3 times the heat of a jalapeno. So we're definitely stepping the scale up, and that's why when I seen this pepper, I was at Walmart and I grabbed the jalapenos and I was like, are those baby jalapenos? And then I checked the label and it said Serrano, and it said the smaller, the hotter.
Yeah.
And it had them listed as pretty spicy on their little tag there for them. So I was like, hey, why not? That gives us an extra step.
Yeah, why not?
So we're gonna give this one a shot. 10K plus. Now this still isn't up to obviously up to a habanero or anything like that. And I'll tell you guys as we look at the scale. I mean, it just jumps from there. The next one, that cayenne pepper goes up to from 30,000 to 50,000.
The habanero is the biggest jump.
But then you go from 30 to 50,000 in the habanero to, in the cayenne up to the habanero. The habanero is 100 to 350,000.
Right.
So you're talking.
We're not going to talk about the Carolina Reaper.
You're talking double to like 5-6 times the heat of the cayenne pepper. Yep. So
you good?
I'm good. It's still a little bit residual. I'm afraid that I'm just gonna hit the.
I hope it hits me. I hope you get the easy one and I get the hard one this time.
All right, well, here we go.
Bottoms
Next
up.
one in.
Mm-hmm. There's some heat.
So
Immediate.
similar flavor. A little bit different flavor, but similar. Hasn't hit me yet. Now is coming on.
Definitely some spice there.
Definitely stronger than the jalapeno. Yeah, I'm getting the sniffs. My eyes stopped watering there for a minute. They haven't started back yet. This one's gradually building. Actually, this one's hot, but I seriously feel like the jalapeno was hotter for me.
You must have got a really hot jalapeno and a lower
Now,
Serrano. This one's pretty spicy.
No, this one's building. This one's building. It's the longer I go, it gets harder to talk.
If y'all didn't notice, Jeremy killed me. Some friend.